everyone, my name is Krista. I am a teen librarian based out of Charleston, South Carolina, and I have a few books to share with you today. All the books are sharing a common theme, and that common theme is that they all have strong female protagonists. I know that the female lead isn't an unknown archetype, especially to young adult literature, right? But it is an archetype that I love to revisit over and over and over again, and I love a lot of this contemporary fiction that I've seen lately that highlights this. All of these books have a lot of intrigue, a lot of thrill, and they're just a lot of fun, and all the women in these books are challenging the typical ideas of femininity and masculinity and heroism. And really, they're all in their main character era, and I just think they are so fabulous and so different from each other, yet somehow connected, and I'm really excited to share them with you. So our first book today is Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wein. It is a historical World War II fiction book, and I know y'all hear historical fiction and you want to run, but I promise you it is worth the read. The book is about a female spy who is captured by Nazis during the war, and she has given up, she is done, she is willing and ready to tell them every and all her secrets. And right when you're truly believing she is a traitor and this is what is wrong with her, we get a whole different perspective from her best friend Pilot, who she's just a baddie, right? And we get two different sides of the same story, and then the stories intersect, and it has a lot of heartbreak in it and a lot of sacrifice and death and sadness, but also a lot of clarity around guilt. And I know that sounds absurd, right? But it just has such a twist at the end that brings these stories together and separates them at the same time. And it's just so good and totally worth it. And I mean, it gives thriller, it gives mystery, it gives love, and it just gives. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Don't be scared about the historical fiction aspect. It's a perfect introduction into that genre. And if you already love the genre, you're going to love it more after this. The next book I want to share is Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulet. Codename Verity, I loved that it showcases women during World War II, and it was really a forgotten, they were the forgotten heroes of the war, right? They contributed so much, especially in espionage, and it's just stories not talked about. The Firekeeper's Daughter is all about a young woman's perspective of being both white and indigenous, and I feel like that indigenous story is another story that's forgotten and not talked about. And I love that both of these stories are bringing to light real issues with history and with America, right? Firekeeper's Daughter, it was a really emotional book, right? The main character, she loses her uncle and she decides to investigate it and gets pulled into this really dangerous and mysterious investigation. And she really is struggling with her own identity throughout it, right? Is she all white? Is she all indigenous? How does the community see her? How do her people see her? And she uses her identity to help solve this mystery. And there's a lot of tie back to her indigenous roots and the struggles that the people face. And it's really beautiful. It explores grief in this really special way. It explores death and love and basically what women can do and how strong they are when they do it, right? This book has a lot of strong women models in it, and does have like a little more like severe content in it, right? Like some themes of sexual assault and murder, right? But I think it explores it all in a really beautiful way that is intriguing to the reader. Okay, finally, our last book. It's kind of a stretch, okay? It's Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. And I know it's not technically a YA book. It's definitely in that realm of new book, like new adult literature, sorry. And it won the Alex Award, right? Not my normal cup of tea. I am not like a huge sci-fi fantasy dragons type of person, but this book was so good. Literally read it in a day. Read the second one within like 4 hours. Our main character is like the epitome of an underdog, right? She's sickly, she's weak. Everyone looks at her as broken, and she defies all odds and she just kills it. She goes for it and she becomes so powerful. It's inspiring. It has dragons, telepathic dragons, and I know when I heard that I was like, what are you talking about? But it works so well within this book, and it adds to her power, and it has love, it has mystery, it has death, it has that like divergent-y type of like trial thing going on. And I just think the main character Violet is someone that a lot of young people can see themselves in, and I love following her throughout the story and seeing how powerful she becomes. It is definitely a little more explicit, right? It's for that 18 plus genre, but I feel like anyone who reads it can really resonate with the story and with the main character of the story, and feeling that defeat that other people project on us, and then that feeling of success when we are able to like go past that defeat. And so that is why I want to include it in my Powerful Women book talk. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you give each of these books a chance. And if you do, please let me know how it goes. Thanks.